I think we're live. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mary. Hi, Antonia. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Mary again. I guess you guys can see me then. All right. I feel like I should begin by saying TikTok time to rock, because the only person I routinely watch live is David Wood, and that's how he begins all of his live stream. Oh, you're Melissa. Oh, hi, Melissa. I know who you are now. No wonder. I was having a disconnect trying to figure out which of my viewers you were, but now I know exactly who you are. All right, guys. So welcome to the first ever Duckpotatoe's World live stream, January 1st, episode 32 / cast on party. Hi, Marita. I enjoy your channel. It's great to see you here. Okay. Well, as you all know, this is Duckpotatoe's World. I guess if you're new and you don't know, this is Duckpotatoe's World. Welcome to my channel. I am Mrs. Duckpotato, Katie, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Mrs. Duckpotato, on Goodreads as Katie Brohard, and Facebook as Katie Brohard. So if you're looking for me on social media, that's where you can find me. I am going to be eating this wonderful breakfast sandwich that my son made for me for lunch. It is delicious. So if you see me take a bite of that, that's why. I am getting over having had the cold, flu, vid, whatever upper respiratory junk that I've had the last few days. So I will try really hard not to cough into my microphone. And yeah, we're going to jump right in with what I am wearing. So if I ever do this again, I need a better setup because my webcam is a little far away from me. But if you can see it here, I am wearing the Wanderer cowl, like a caldana, by Mackenzie Alvarez. It is knit in merino nylon fingering by Bashful Armadillo, and the colorway is Piney Woods. This was a Christmas gift from my mother, and sneaky woman, she told me she was going to get the Bashful Armadillo Texas themed yarn for all of my sisters and sister-in-law and knit them cowls for Christmas. And for some reason, I just assumed she meant them. I didn't think she meant me because I've been eyeing this yarn for forever. And I'm always looking at it thinking, ooh, I should get that. Ooh, I should get that. But I never buy it. Well, she bought it and not only bought the yarn, but actually knit the cowl. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that's what I'm wearing today. And I'm wearing my little yarn hank earrings that my friend Faith made for me. So that is what I'm wearing today. I do have a few finished objects to run through, just like I always do on my regular episodes. We're going to run through those. Since I last chatted with you guys, I have made 5 of these cute little Christmas tree ornaments. I made them on my sock machine. 2 of them had white beads and the other 3 had red beads. I plan to make some more. I didn't even think about knitting I-cord on my sock machine, but you can do it. It's quite easy. And these were cute little ornaments. You could do them by hand too. You just knit the I-cord by hand. But yeah, made 5 of these and gave them out as Christmas gifts. I'm going to put stuff as I go through it here. I made 2 of these for an ornament exchange. I made this one as a practice one and kept it. And then I made a second one that I gave away in the ornament exchange. As it happens, my grandmother actually got the ornaments I made for the ornament exchange. It was for a party with some people that she knew in her doll club. And I thought that was funny that she got my ornament in the end. But I made 2 of these. Those I crocheted. Very, very happy with my crochet. This next thing I'm going to show you, I'm especially proud of. I wanted to make a hat for my husband for Christmas. And I didn't want him to know, which is really hard because for those of you that don't know, my husband works from home and I homeschool our boys. So we are home like all the time. We're always home. And so he comes, into the kitchen at least 3 times a day to get lunch or fill up his coffee or whatever. So trying to knit him something that he doesn't know about is a bit of a trick. So I went to my mom's for her birthday and I decided I'm going to make him a hat while I'm at her house over the weekend so he won't know about it. And then I picked the most complicated hat pattern I could find. So I got most of it done. This is the hat. This is Tarbot by Lucy Hague, I think is how you say her last name, Hague. I knit it in Barocco Vintage. The colorway is Blue Moon, which is a number like 51191. Yeah, this thing was a trick, guys. Look at all those cables. And they go every which way. So I found the pattern from watching Roxanne Richardson. She's one of my favorite YouTubers to watch about knitting. And even she was saying that this was kind of a hard pattern for her to do. And yeah, I could see why. But I was very, very proud of it. I got probably 2/3 of the way through it before I had to come back home. So the Monday after I got home, I spent the whole day desperately trying to knit this hat in my office, which is in my kitchen. Like you can probably see my son coming around. He's cooking these little sandwiches for everybody. And so on Monday, I'm like sitting there, I'm knitting on it. And every time my husband walks in, I'm like shoving it under my desk. And he's just like griping at me because he says, I'm sitting around doing nothing all day. But I was gone all weekend and I spent all day Monday sitting around doing nothing. And I'm just like, yep, I'm doing nothing. And then I hid this hat in the very bottom of his stocking, like in the toe of his stocking. So he emptied out all of his stocking and then he pulled this out and he was like, when did you do this? And I said, while I was at mom's. He's like, you knit this whole thing while you were at mom's? It's like, well, while I was at mom's and the Monday after I got back, I was so sure you were going to catch me doing it because you kept walking in the kitchen. And he just laughed. He's like, I had no idea. I was like, yay. So he didn't know about it. So let's put that over there. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments too, so I can answer you guys. Yes, Roxanne Richardson, she does rock. She has a Ravelry group too called Rocks. So if you don't already watch Roxanne Richardson, I highly recommend her. My other completed project is, of course, my Advent shawl. So, yep, love. Somebody commented on my Facebook post when I was showing it off that I looked like a Hogwarts professor when I wore it, and I thought that was awesome. So that was my other completed project, and that's a lot. I mean, this shawl took like 250, 275 grams. It was not a small knit to do in a whole month. Thank you, Melissa. And I also had to, I have like a 2 to 3 week tolerance for any given project. After I've worked on something really hard for about 3 weeks, I kind of get bored and want to move on to something else. I had to finish my Advent shawl in 4 weeks or in 25 days. By the last, 5 days, I was really like, I want to knit something else. But I did. I finished the shawl. I'm good about finishing things, just not always in the most timely manner. So those are my finished objects for December. And I do have some progress to show on the blanket of knowledge. Ugh. So this is my scarf of knowledge. This is what I've been doing when I make and film the little tutorial videos every month. So you can see I've got down at the bottom, August, September, October, November, December is the green. And then January is this camo looking. You can see the pattern better in real life. It's not showing up very good on there. But I have all the way done through January on my scarf because I designed the patterns for November, December, and January. I think I did all 3 of those months. I know I did December and January. I don't remember. I think I did November too. So that's my scarf of knowledge. Let's just toss that back behind me there. I don't really have an update on my knit blanket of knowledge. It hasn't changed. I just did August. That's as far as I've gotten. So it looks the same as it did probably last time I showed it. I will focus on that more soon. I need to get that caught up. But I do have some progress on my campfire crochet blanket of knowledge. I have finished August, which I'm very, very happy about. You can kind of see, like, I may eventually rip this out and do it again. This is the bottom, and you can see how tight it is down here. And then I loosened you can see three different tensions going on here. The bottom was really tight. In the middle, I loosened up a little bit. And by the time I got to this top, I was super loose. So this is a little wonky. But for right now, I'm keeping it the way it is. I'm just happy that I did it. But I got on a roll, and I not only did August, but I also did September. I love the September pattern. It was super easy and fun. Well, I say it was super easy. I had to start it over like 12 times because I still struggle to find where the first stitch is. Even when I mark it with a stitch marker, sometimes looks good this way too. Sometimes I get confused. Oh, there's my phone. I guess I should stick that on silent, huh?
You've got a text message.
Tracy's boyfriend Mark is texting me. It's a sweater that says, "Before you hug me, don't." Yes, I love everybody, but I like to love you from about 2 feet away. So yeah, he knows me well. I should give him a hard time for texting me instead of watching me live on YouTube. My friend Antonia says I do need that sweater. She's funny. Anyway, so that is a lot of progress on my campfire. I do have some exciting news about campfire. Tracy has taken it out of retirement. So if that is a color story that you were really into and you were sad that it had been retired, it is no longer retired. You can get it now. So mine, because it was retired when I started it, the month and the pattern don't always go together. Like, I have to look it up, but I can tell you. I think that the first block I showed you was the August 2024 pattern, but it's in like the May color story. And then the September 2024 pattern is in the February color story. So mine's going to be kind of mixed up just because I started it while it was retired. But it is coming out of retirement, and I think my stuff should line up with the actual colors going forward. Well, probably starting in March. Anyway, if you're interested in joining the Blanket of Knowledge, there is a link in the description box down below. That is my affiliate link for Hot Springs Fiber Company. You can click on that and sign up for the Blanket of Knowledge. You can knit it. You can crochet it. You can do it in blocks. You can do it in strips. My knit one's in strip. My crochet one's in blocks. And because I don't really like seaming it, I'm making one giant block. Well, 12. I plan to do it for 12 months. So 12 giant crochet blocks that I will seam up. But more traditionally, you would do 2 blocks a month and seam up 24 at the end of 12 months. Or however long you want it to go, because the Blankets of Knowledge subscription starts and stops whenever you want to start and stop it. It goes on forever. You make the blanket the size you want, begin when you want, end when you want. I just find about 12 months of a colorway is good for me, and then I'm ready to switch out colors. And it's a pretty good size blanket too. All right, so that is our Blanket of Knowledge, all updated. Ooh, what's next? Shareables. I have some things to share with you. So this was the December shareable. Were you needing me, boys?
No, I was just watching what you were doing.
Oh, okay. I have a live audience. So my mom actually donated this giveaway. I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way so I don't punch keys by mistake. And let's see here. So it is the Craftsy kit with the mistletoes light socks knitting kit. So I think the pattern on Ravelry is a DK weight. This one is a fingering weight. So she had the pattern and the yarn. And then this is stitch marker from Hot Springs Fiber Company that I added to it. Hold on just a minute. Levi, would you bring me a Diet Coke? Thank you. My kids love me. So that is from my mom. And then I added in a little goodie bag. It's got a couple of stitch markers. I found some buttons that go with the pattern because it needs some buttons, and some stickers. The stickers are completely random. I don't know what I think they're like. Santa Claus brought me a bunch of stickers in my stocking because I like to put stickers on everything, and they were school related. So it was like math and science and books and religion related ones. So they're just whatever stickers didn't fit in my sticker book. I tossed a few in here. And then I'm going to send it all in this cute little sack. It's one of those Amazon Christmas sacks, if you wrap a present and tell Amazon to wrap it. So I am going to see if I can do this fancy share a screen thing. And we're going to pick a winner for this prize from my December episode. All right, guys, let's see if I can do this. I've never done this before, but I think I can do this. All right. If I did it right, you should be seeing this. So everything's already set up. And here we go. Nothing happened. Let's see why. All right, Sherry Anderson, 2524. That's funny. I think she won. She might have won. I think she won the So Into You. She was our So Into You winner. But yeah, you are our winner. I have announced it live for you. Congratulations. So send me your contact information in the email that's in. If it's not in the description box down below, I'll make sure I put it in there after we're done. But in the channel email, and I will get this sent out to you. Congratulations, Sherry Anderson. Oh, no. Okay, y'all are telling me that you didn't get to see it. I hate that. It said it was sharing, but I guess I did something wrong. I'm sorry it went black, guys. Let me see if I can try again. You can at least see her name. Share. So it says it's sharing on my end.
Oh, I remember. Okay, Judah, thanks.
But you guys aren't seeing it? I'm sorry. I don't know what else I could do about it. It shows as being shared for me. Hey, Jennifer Cooley. I'm sorry if it black screened, guys. I don't know what I did wrong. That's too bad because it was super cool. Keeps going. Yeah, I think that was when I was trying to share the winner that I chose for December's shareable. I don't think it's actually going in and out. I think whenever I switched to share the screen, for whatever reason, it didn't share. So sorry about that. I'll stop trying to do that. Anyway, I also have a shareable for this live stream. And I thought we would do something fun. So if you are watching live, that you will have a chance to win this shareable that I'm about to show you right now. So this is what I am giving away today. I have 2 hanks. Let's move my Diet Coke out of the way. I have 2 hanks of this really neat, it's Lanaire's. It's a discontinued yarn. They don't make it anymore. I bought like 4 hanks of it a long time ago from Stitches and Stuff in Longview. And I used a couple of hanks and I didn't use the other 2. So I have 2 left. This is 55% cotton, 45% viscose. It is 229 yards each. And it's made in Chile, apparently. But I have these 2. I thought they looked very January-y to me that I want to give away, along with another goodie bag. It's got the same kind of, I think it has a shawl pin and a bunch of random stickers. And this cute little bag that I got from Hot Springs Fiber Company. So this is my giveaway today. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. So it did show up at the end the second time. Maybe I just didn't wait long enough for it to switch over before I started doing stuff. Do you want to show off your yummy breakfast sandwich? My son's making breakfast sandwiches for everyone. He's really proud of this one. Those are the breakfast sandwiches we're all having for lunch. They are very good. Thank you, Levi. That boy is such a blessing. He is my cook. My grandmother's been a big blessing too the last few days when we've all been sick. She has made dinner for us the last 2 days and brought it to the house. So that has been really wonderful. Oh, anyway, I was going to tell you. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play a game. So I've got all the people who are watching me live. Thank you guys so much for joining me for my first live ever. I appreciate that. As a thank you, one of you is going to get to take home this prize. And so this is what we're going to do is right now, I'm going to write down a number on this little board between 1 and 50. And you guys are going to put your numbers in the live chat. And whoever is the closest to my number without going over is going to win the prize. So let me write down my number. Sorry, y'all. I have close vision challenge. Okay. Let's see. Let me think of a number. Do you want to pick the number, Judah? Okay. Come write down a number. Actually, my son, my 11-year-old son's going to pick the number. Between 1 and 50, write it on this board, but don't show anybody. It's a family affair. I'm going to have a Diet Coke break. Really big in the middle of the board. Just don't show the video. You got it? Okay, he wrote it down. So the closest without going over, that's going to be who wins. And Judah picked the number, so I didn't cheat. So yeah, I'll give y'all a few minutes to put your numbers in, and then we'll see who wins this prize. Pardon me, y'all. I'm going to mute my mic for just a minute so I can cough. Excuse me. I got 3 numbers. Let's see, 25, 35, 11, 27. Oh, this is so much fun. I can't wait to see who wins. All right, it's another Diet Coke break. Just in case you're worried about my health, I am drinking an absolute ton of water in my designated water cup. I probably have gone through 4 of these a day the last couple of days. And I have only been drinking 1 cup of this size of Diet Coke since I've been sick. We won't talk about how many I normally drink. Let's see. 25, 35, 11, 27, 31. Anybody else want to register a guess? Let's see. While you guys are guessing, I'll go over my acquisitions that I had for the month of December. Let's see. Okay. So my Secret Santa from Row Counter. Row Counter is the project management app that I use. I can upload PDF patterns into it, and I can set up counters to help me keep track of where I am in my work. I've been using it for several years now. I love it. Knit Companion is another version of it that it's not the same company. It's a different company, but it's another of the same kind of thing. So if you use Knit Companion, Row Counter is similar. But one fun thing Row Counter does every year is we do Secret Santa. And I did it last year for the first time. I did it again this year. And I got my Secret Santa stuff in the mail. And look, she made me these cute wash towels. I don't know if there's dish towels, kitchen towels, wash towels. She gave me a set of 3 and they are so cute. And I love them. So that was my Secret Santa prize or present, I guess, not prize. My present that I got this year with a cute little Christmas card. I love it. Last year, I got a cute little gingerbread man and snowman that are now in my annual Christmas decorations. And let's see, I also have got, I want to show you this basket. My grandmother gave me this basket for Christmas to use for projects, and I love it. Oh, it's so cute. It's a nice size. I've already got a project in there for our cast-on party later. So that was an acquisition. And then when I was visiting my mom for her birthday, I had given her a book for her birthday. I don't know if mom started reading it or not yet. Oh yeah, Evelyn, if you use Row Counter, go into the forums, and every year there's a chat dedicated to the Secret Santa. So I'm sure they'll do it again next year. And just watch the forums, like in the end of October, early November, they'll start talking about it. I know, Melissa, my basket's great, isn't it? My grandmother did good. Oh, so mom started reading her book. Anyway, I love Kathleen Fuller is a dear friend of mine. She's also a really good author, and I love her books. So I had given my mom So Into You for her birthday, but I hadn't got her a Christmas present. So when I was visiting her for her birthday, we went to one of her local yarn shops called Gage Yarn, and I bought both a mother-daughter project because, I bought a present for her and for me because I got a present for my mom's birthday. But I bought each of us a set of this C2C yarn. It's the Sparrow base, which is 100% linen, and my color was pink grapefruit. I don't remember what color I got mom for her birthday, but we are going to crochet these long stole scarf like shawls. My husband, Mr. Duckpotato, is saying hi. I'll say hi to Mr. Duckpotato. He is actually the sickest of all of us. So you guys, please, yes, Antonia, it's a party favor. Please pray for my husband that he will get well. I'm a little bit concerned about him, actually. If he doesn't get well soon, we may have to enlist a doctor, which I'm not really wild about because I don't like doctors. I know I've known too many of them. But if he doesn't get better soon, we may resort to it. He's rolling his eyes at me. Anyway, so that is my other one. Oh, and I have one more acquisition. No, two more acquisitions. Hold on. They're buried. Let me see if I can get them out of here. Woo! All right. So let's see. At that same shop, I bought this. This is Juniper Moon Farm Bud. Apparently, my dog is also making an appearance. I bought this because I'm going to be, I don't know what you say in crochet, starting a brick cow with this. And then one other acquisition. So the only one of my siblings not yet married. Woo! Oh, they wish for you to feel better soon, honey. He says thank you. The youngest of my sisters is not yet married, but she has been dating the same guy for a while. And she and I were just sort of talking, and I was kind of teasing her if they were planning to get married anytime soon. And she said maybe that, he hadn't proposed yet, but they'd kind of talked about it. So I was like, oh, shoot. Well, I promised to knit her wedding veil, and it's going to take me a good long while to do. So I was like, should I start making a veil? And she was like, yeah, you probably should. So I ordered the cobweb yarn for her wedding veil. Now look at this. It is seriously like thread. I got this from Color Mart. It's got kind of a weird name. Let me see if I can bring it up. It's not something I can remember. It's called 2/52 NM cobweb weight cashmere silk merino diamante. I don't know if all of that's the name or what all of that means, but yeah, this is her wedding veil. That is my other acquisition. Let me stick that back where I had it buried. Woo. Oh, and the bag that it was in was also an acquisition. I guess I should say the bag. We were shopping at this little, sort of like a flea market kind of resale shop where people have booths and a bunch of different vendors sell stuff. It's called the Random Emporium. If you were local, you might want to check out the Random Emporium. So I have bought this at the Random Emporium. I like it. It's going to be a good project bag. I can throw my wallet in it. Oh, mom says that her C2C & Co. is called, Eleuthera. It's a turquoise color. And yes, Cooley, the Santa hat that I wore in the hand knit one that I wore in one of my Vlogmases was knit in Juniper Moon Farms. Yes. All right. So I guess we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries for the giveaway. I said the closest without going over. And so that means that Melissa, Mary M. Cooper, is the winner because my son wrote down 26. So congratulations, Melissa. You are the winner of the January shareable. So same thing for you. Go ahead and send your contact information to the channel email, and I will get that mailed out in the next week or so. All right. I think that brings us to plans and purposes, which is good. We've been on right at 30 minutes. So the rest of this, I am just planning to cast on the next 3 projects that I want to get started. I hope you guys have some stuff to cast on. I'd love to to hear what you guys are going to be working on or casting on or chaining on or whatever. So let me know in the comments, and we're just going to hang out, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm actually going to start. So when I was in Arkansas for, absolutely, Melissa, you could definitely come see me and I'll give you your prize in person. That would be perfect. I have your number. We'll talk later. Yeah, you're not that far away. You're like a 40-minute drive. But wait till I'm well. I don't want to give you I don't want to give you too many presents. Sorry. When I was in Arkansas for the Arkansas Yarn Crawl, I think I officially visited 3 stores. I visited Arkansas Yarn Co., but it was after hours. I never made it over there while the shop was technically open. But I did pick up something. I went to the Bee, Knit Unto Others, Hot Springs, and Arkansas Yarn Co. after hours. So 4 shops. Cooley, it's not a shawl of pain. You just are a fairly new knitter. Even though you've been knitting for many years, you haven't knit really often. So it's like being a new knitter. You'll get the hang of it. And it's the same thing over and over again. I know Cooley is working on, this is a Salt City Knits shawl. Let me see if I can pull up the name of it. I know what she's working on. I can try sharing my screen again and see if it will work. Y'all can tell me if it doesn't share. Let me give it a few seconds and see if it goes through. It looks like it went through on my end. Can y'all see my Ravelry? We're going to find the shawl. Hers is, of course, in different colors, but this is the shawl, Dixie Creek. This is the one she's working on. Hers is in different colors. I don't know if, Cooley, do you have it on your Ravelry? I don't know if I could pull it up. Hey, there's Hot Springs Fiber Co. And welcome, Teresa. Melissa's crocheting a blanket. Cooley, I does not have it on Ravelry. Oh, hi, Mark and Tracy. Very cool. Evelyn's doing the 12 Days of Christmas make-along wrap. That I've seen that one. That's cool. Oh, I forgot that today is my mom and Ray's 15th anniversary. Happy birthday, Mom and Ray Pop. Or happy birthday. Happy anniversary, Mom and Ray Pops. Cooley, you're going to forever call it the shawl of shame. I guess you guys can see the Ravelry since nobody's saying it's black. So that's good. Anyway, this is the shawl. Let's go to the actual page. See, I know Cooley is working on. I test knit this shawl. It is a lovely shawl. I like the Salt City Knits designs. She's a designer out of Utah. All right. Stop there. There we go. Look at me and all my technical genius. All right. So anyway, this is what I'm going to cast on first. I've been wanting to work on this for forever. One of the groups that I knit with in real life, in person, around here is the Rose Path Weaving Knit Group. They meet on Fridays. And they started knitting this thing together as a group like ages ago. I think they're all done with it now. And I'm just now starting it. But better late than never. And it is the Edinburgh Lanes shawl by Helen Stewart, I believe. But I got all of the things from Arkansas. So this bag, I think, came from Beeville or the Beehive. I'm going to have to look up the name of the shop. This right here, this yarn came from Rich Mountain Fiber Company. These 2 yarns came from Hot Springs Fiber Company. Look, they've been sitting in my bag so long they're falling apart in protest. I need to get some yarn cozies out. Antonia's working on her blanket of knowledge. Oh, if you cast on the biased opinion shawl, let me know, Antonia, because I've been saving mine to cast on and work with you. I have a kit for the biased opinion shawl also. Hey, there's Debbie. Happy New Year, Deb. Let's see. This one also came from Hot Springs Fiber Company. Oh, you guys don't know how much more fun this is to film when I can read y'all's comments while I go. I promise I won't do it every month, though. That might be asking a little much from everybody. I also got this little baggie from Hot Springs Fiber Co. Eventually we'll get to something I got. Here we go. From Arkansas Yarn Co. I got some of the stitch markers I got this year and some I got last year. Lori actually gave these to me. She's super sweet. She gave me the little pin and all the little Arkansas Yarn Co. Stitch markers. And then the little camping ones, I think came from the beehive, is it the beehive? I'm gonna have to look it up, y'all. I can't remember exactly what the name of that shop is, and now it's bothering me. Give me just a second while I come up with the answer to this question. Oh, of course I can't answer the question. I didn't write it down. Tracy, do you remember what the name of that other shop was? I cannot. Beehive. Evelyn's saying it's the Beehive. Thank you, Evie. The Beehive. So the bag came from the Beehive, and so did the little. And then this one, actually, Lori gave me the first yarn crawl, so I've had that one for a little while. But yeah, so this is my Arkansas yarn crawl shawl. I say that one 5 times fast. That's what I'm going to cast on first. Debbie's starting a new temperature blanket. Oh, you were so brave, Deb. I did one of those one year, and that's the only year I'm ever doing that. 1 year was enough. It was actually one of the first things I did. What is a temperature blanket? Oh, so a temperature blanket is a blanket that you begin the first day of the year, and you knit 1 row a day for a full year, and you divide the temperature ranges up into colors, and then you use the color yarn that corresponds with the temperature that day. And I've seen it done different ways. Like my mom did some one year where she did thanks, Tracy. She did 1 blanket that showed the high for the day and 1 blanket that showed the low for the day. I've seen them where they just use the daily average or the daily high, but you just assign temperature brackets a color. So like you say, anything below 32 is navy blue, and anything from 31 to 39 is green, and anything from 40 to 49 is blue, and or you just whatever. You can get like official assignments on the internet if you want to. Oh, there you go. Deb says hers is based on Billings, Montana temps. What made you pick that, Deb? Billings, Montana. Is it like a kit that you're doing? Or like what made you decide to use those particular temperatures? I wonder. All right, I am casting on in color A, which is this one. I'm too busy talking to cast on. This might not be as if, I don't have any needles in here. Could have sworn I prepped all of these bags yesterday. I've been sick, so who knows what I did. Oh, here's the needle. Ha ha. Yay. I'm crazy, but not any crazier than I thought. So I think traditionally in a cast on party, you just literally cast on. I've never done one exactly quite like this, but I'm actually going to cast on and knit a few rows because I don't want to just cast on 3 stitches and then move on to the next thing. And I only plan to cast on 3 things today. So I may cast on and knit a few rows. Great friend lives in Billings. Deb says that a great friend lives in Billings and it's their temps and they're crazy. Oh, so it probably make for a more interesting temperature blanket. Yeah, if I used, when I used ours, that particular year, it almost never got cold. So that the blanket has a lot of the same, like 4 colors in it because it just didn't. And I think it didn't even really get that hot that year. I think like we only had 1 day over 100, which is kind of unusual. I imagine if you used a place that has a more variation, you would get more fun, look to your blanket. All right, y'all, here's my first cast on of 2025. It calls for a 3-stitch cast on. So like I said, I'm going to actually knit a few rows because I can't just put it down with. In Longview, y'all have crazy temperatures in Longview? East Texas? I don't know. Tyler, Lindale. What else is over here? Van. I don't know. Some years we have really crazy ones and some years we don't. Let's see. Tracy says she's working to complete the colorwork sweater for the class that starts in January. Good for you, Tracy. Did I actually knit these 3 stitches? Y'all, this is, I did. I cast on 3 stitches. I knit just East Texas in general. Yes. Winona. Yeah. Winona probably has crazy ones too. I think it just depends on the year. Because when I knit that temperature blanket for James, we lived in Lindale, just here in East Texas. And that particular year, it just wasn't as crazy as normal, I guess. Let's see if I can read. Okay, knit 3 again. And I think when I did that temperature blanket too, I had a hard time I used the high for the day or the average or something like that. And I had a hard time getting the temperature for Lindale. Like sometimes I had to use the one in Dallas because some days it just wasn't recorded. Like it wasn't on a record. Oh, I'm sure. I wish you guys could show pictures. I don't know if they'll let you do that in the chat because I'm sure Tracy's sweater is gorgeous. The colorwork class at Hot Springs Fiber Company has really, or just the sweater classes. She's got a sweater club too. They've really got some women and some guys producing some really gorgeous stuff. Really gorgeous. Okay, I'm making a little progress on my first cast on. I like shawls that begin with small cast-ons and grow, or that start big and get smaller. I like the ones that do that because it feels like it changes it up. You know, you feel like you're doing something drastically different, I guess. But this is my Edinburgh Lane shawl. And I absolutely love this color. Tracy dyed that. Let's see. I don't know how far I'm going to go on this before I stop and do something else, but far enough that I'm not afraid I'm going to lose it in my bag. I want to be able to see some of this pretty thing before I put it away. I don't know how everybody rung in the new year last night. I originally wasn't planning to stay up until real New Year. Usually I'm happy to stay up till New York New Year. That's usually New Year enough for me. But I wound up staying up all the way till actual New Year just because when I laid down and went to bed, I kind of started coughing and I had a hard time falling asleep. But I rang in the new year by watching Apologetics Roadshow's New Year's Eve live, which was lots of fun. I enjoy David Wood's channel a lot. Drives my family crazy. I listen to him a lot. He posts live a lot, and his lives are long, y'all, like hours long. I don't plan to be on the 4 hours today. Oh, Deb is casting on socks. Oh, yeah, for the Hot Springs Fiber Company's Fellowship of the Socks. I'm kind of an honorary member because I rarely ever hand knit socks anymore. I'm lazy. Antonia was in bed at 10. Okay, but I know you, girl, and that was late for you. I felt fine Sunday morning. Went to church, came home Sunday afternoon, and I was kind of tired, so I laid down to take a nap. Anybody that knows me knows that's kind of unusual. Not much of a napper. I took a 3-hour nap. I still felt fine. I got up. You played Uno till 10, Antonia. So funny. I got up after my nap, and I made chicken and dumplings for dinner. And after I finished cooking, I started feeling kind of bad. And then I went and laid down in bed, and I stayed in bed almost entirely for like the next 36 hours. Hey, Melissa, really, you were up late till 1:30. I'm impressed. So after I was in bed for 36 hours, then of course I had a hard time sleeping the next day. So Tuesday I was up a little bit better once I got up Tuesday afternoon. So I wasn't too bad staying. I'm usually up till midnight anyway. It's kind of my regular schedule. I'm kind of a night owl. Our Sunday school class had a big New Year's Eve party that we were kind of sad to miss, but we were, none of us are feeling too great. So it was definitely, and we all needed to stay home. I tell you what, it's 2025, so I think I'm going to knit till row 25 on this in honor of the year, and then I'll switch and cast on my next project. If I can keep track of where I'm at. All right. I don't have any crazy plans for this year. We're going to start back up with our homeschool on Monday, assuming everybody's well enough to sit up and participate. One of the funny things about homeschool is you don't get very many sick days. You know those days when kids like have a fever and they're sick, but they're really fine otherwise, like they don't act sick. On days like that, we just go ahead and have school. I'm mean. Ooh, excuse me, I'm going to have to cough again, guys. So sorry. Man, the worst thing about it is once I get a cough, it takes me forever to get over the cough. Oh, I can show it. You texted me a photo? So Tracy sent me a photo of the sweater she's working on. Ooh, yeah. Give me just a second and I'll get it showed for you guys. So this is the colorwork photo that the Hot Springs Fiber Company is going to be doing in their colorwork class coming up. So if you're local to Arkansas and you would like to take a colorwork class, that is the place to go. Beautiful. Tracy, what yarn are you using that? Is that stuff you dyed or are you using something else? Oops, I set my knitting down and I got to figure out what I was doing. All right, it says I should mark the right side of my work. I think I'm going to take the pattern's advice and yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it, Melissa? Mark the right side of my work. Let's see here. I think I'm going to use this one right here to mark this right side of my work. Got to get the Arkansas yarn coat in my Arkansas shawl here. There we go. See? Let's see. She says the main color of MM Sport in Peacock. The gold diamonds are also MM Sport. The multicolor is Rainbow Beach by Queensland. MM Magic Merino. So those are hers. So she says the main color is Magic Merino Sport in Peacock. The gold diamonds are also Magic Merino Sport. That's hers. And then the multicolor is the Rainbow Beach by Queensland. So that is what she's using in her sweater, which is so pretty. Oh, y'all, I might have to take my shawl off. I was cold earlier, but now I'm kind of hot. Go figure. All right, I'm on row 13. I'm headed. I'm going to knit all the way to 25 because it's 2025. That's my plan. And then I'll cast on the next thing. Mr. Duckpotato. Oh, he's opening the window for me because I said I was hot. I am so spoiled. All these guys take good care of me. Thanks, babe. Look at how this is knitting up. It's so beautiful. If you can, if it's focusing really well. No, I don't know. I don't know if you can tell, but it's really gorgeous. Using my row counter app to keep track of where I'm at. The pattern is called Diamonds and Pearls and is available on complete every so often, so you know how far along you are. Which is all very nice. All right. Coming along nicely. Does anybody like completely plan out their year in knits? I know like Natalie does. Nitty Natty is another one of the YouTubers I like to watch who knits and crochets. And I know she will post in January every year, like all the things she plans to knit and like knitting goals. I tried doing that a few times, but I always, I don't want to say I fail to meet my goals. That might be accurate, but I change my goals so frequently that I find I just get frustrated if I make big goals and then at the end of the year I met goals, but they weren't the goals I originally made, and I don't know. Not happening. I squirrel too much. I might say I'm going to do all these different things, and then when push comes to shove, I just don't do it. I get distracted. Every new thing I want to do, I want to cast on. I want to buy the new yarn. It's terrible. Well, I don't know if you can hear Mr. Duckpotato, but he says especially for his wallet. I always like to watch Nitty Natty's goals and stuff, though. She's got a fun way of thinking about things. I think, I don't know if it's already up or it will be up soon if it isn't her video about that. I'm going to do my annual State of the Knitter address here in a week. I don't know, maybe just a few days. I started filming it already when I went through all my yarn stash, and then I got sick and kind of had to stop and couldn't do the statistics and the finishing stuff. So I got to go back and do that. And once I have all that done, I'll be able to upload it. But I like to do, I think Natalie calls hers year in review. I call mine the State of the Knitter. Although actually I'm starting to crochet more, so I maybe have to change the name. I do like to look back on what all I've done, though. Even if I didn't meet any specific goals, it's fun. And I do get a lot done. I started to do the statistics and then I had to stop because I wasn't feeling good. But I think I made like 80 some odd projects last year. Now I count, some of those things could be anything from like a pair of hollyberry earrings, like I showed last month, all the way to an entire blanket. And sometimes, like I count my projects by what year they were finished. So some of those projects may have been started the year before. Oh, Melissa, if you're interested in getting a 2025 Advent calendar, make sure you do it on my link and use the code for $25 off. I'm pretty sure she still has them for sale. And I've lost where I am. There we go. And Melissa says, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, I'm bossy. I will boss you around within an inch of your life, but you can ignore me. You don't have to do what I say. But if you do, I'll appreciate it. Let's see. I bet I can put my link up for you guys. I don't know if it'll let me put a link in there or not. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. Well. Let's see here. If I can find where I buried my... it might not. Oh, yeah, it did. There it went. I can pin the link. Not sure I know how to do that, but I can at least send it. And the discount code, if it's still good, is Towanda. Towanda. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's the name of a city in Kansas. So if I'm mispronouncing it, Tracy, I'm really sorry. But I got the link down there. Melissa, let me know if it works. Show a picture of the 2024 shawl. Sure. Yeah, I can show that again. I can show the actual shawl. I have it. This is the one from 2024. I have it right here with me. There you go. If you want to see, I guess I can show what it looks like if you're wearing it. I can do that again. Really enjoying this whole share your screen thing. Let's go back to projects. There I am wearing the shawl. All nice and done. This is before I got sick. That was fun. Yep. Hopefully you guys could see that. Oh, I said it perfect. Oh, good. Oh, okay. Yeah. Make sure that if you use that discount code, you do it in all caps. Ah, thank you, Tracy. There we go. There, Deb, did you get to see it? Okay, I'm almost, there's only like 12 stitches or so on every row of these, but I'm almost to row 25 and I'm ready to start my next cast on. So that will be the wedding shawl I'll do next. And then I'll finish up with the Brit cowl because I like to do foundation chains when I chain my crochet, but a lot of times I still have to watch a video. So I want to do that one last. That way, if I have to stop and go look up a video, it'll be at the very end. I am currently on row 23. Yeah, it's supposed to have 14 stitches, but I can't. I keep stopping to do other things. Oh, but I love this yarn. All right, that's row 23. Gonna do row 24. Totally using my row counter app. I'm not, they're not a sponsor and I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just really like them and I like to share things that work well. So other people might like them too. I'm Mrs. Duckpotato on Row Counter also. So if you use Row Counter app, or if you're on Ravelry, make sure you look me up. I love to add y'all to my friends. All right, row 25. I'm on the last row. And then I'm going to switch to my next cast on. All right, I'm supposed to have 15 stitches. I have 15 stitches. That's what we got so far. Look at this is the Hot Springs Fiber Company Seriously Sparkle Sock Yarn. It is my favorite kind of sparkle yarn because, sorry, this has been sitting in a bag for like 3 months. The sparkle in it is not, it's not like Selena. It doesn't like fall out. It's like plied in with the yarn. So it is super sparkly. You can kind of see it on the camera. It is my favorite sparkle yarn. Favorite. All right, let's put this one away and go to cast on number 2. Thought I had some. Sorry, y'all. My computer screen sits really high, and so I have to have my chair really high when I use the webcam. And it is like my feet don't touch the ground. That's how high my chair is. Here we go. So this is my Just Have Fun stoppers. I got these point protectors from Hot Springs Fiber Company too. I do a lot. I don't know if I bought these or if Tracy gave them to me. She gives me a lot of stuff, so it's hard to keep track what she has given me and what I have bought. But I buy a lot of stuff from her too. I love this. I bought this one from her. I thought that was cute. She probably still has some of these in her shop. I like little bags. And there is my beehive bag, the bobbin weave. Love it. Love this bag. I love this little handle on this bag too. All right. Now, let's see what we can do with this cobweb yarn and get this wedding veil cast on. So my mom tried to guilt trip all my siblings into joining me for my live, and I noticed none of my siblings seemed to be commenting. So I think they all decided either they were busy or had to work, or they weren't that into my live. But I appreciate the effort, Mom. Thanks. All right, I'm going to have to cast this on double points to start because I think it starts with like a 10 stitch cast on or something tiny. I have never knit with cobweb weight yarn before. This is from a mill, and I know that they said that it's got like oil on it so that it can run through the machinery and that it will bloom once you wash it. So it should have a nice halo to it once it's been washed. But right now it's going to be like knitting with a piece of thread. Should be interesting. Theoretically, I'm going to do 25 rows of this as well. We shall see how it goes. Tori, this is how much I love you, sis. I'm knitting with thread. Oh my gosh, y'all, that's so tiny. I keep saying mom. For those of you who don't know, Amanda Gillum is in the comments is my mom. Mom says she plans to knit through her stash. Good luck with that, Mom. without buying new yarn except for blanket of knowledge. Okay. I am so proud of her. What a goal. I have never, ever even pretended to set a goal that I would not buy new yarn, because that would just be a lie from the get-go. Oh, a crochet provisional cast on makes it easier with the tiny yarn. I think what will make it easier, you guys, is if I succumb to the reality that I have limitations that I need to just accept and put on my readers. I think that might make it easier. But if that doesn't solve the problem, I may try a provisional crochet cast on. All right. Sorry, y'all. We're getting real here. Oh, look at that. I can see individual threads. Let's see, one more. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you want to talk about 4 eyes. I need to break down and try progressives, but they're so expensive and I'm so afraid they'll make me nauseous or dizzy or something, because that's what I've heard that they do for some folks, and then I'll spend a bunch of money. I got 5 steps closer to being in your age bracket. Well, at least I could see my knitting. Priorities. I'm going to just make a mental note and throw my readers in this bag with this tiny yarn. I may just have to use them all the time. Woo! You know, I didn't even think about how complicated casting on this tiny yarn would be. Just... oh my gosh. Woo! All right. Pie is done. Now working on potatoes. Yum, man. He's getting a good anniversary dinner. What are you knitting with tiny? Oh, I am making, this is the Wedding Peacock by M. Mario. I will share my screen and show you the pattern on Ravelry. Really love this. Out of that. It is a wedding veil for my sister, who is not engaged yet, but I imagine will be soon, or sooner rather than later. So this is the picture. It says it can be done in lace or in cobweb. So I am doing mine in cobweb. These are the pictures on Ravelry. She picked this out a long time ago, long before she met the guy that she's currently dating, and asked if I would make it for her wedding. Ooh, this is a neat way of doing that. And I said that I would. So there you go. You could check it out on Ravelry. It's a free pattern, and it is gorgeous. There we go. Now, let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Man, maybe I should have gotten my shorter needles. Or maybe I should just take Tracy's advice and do a provisional cast on. Yeah, that's a hot mess. Let's start over. All right, try again. No pictures. Oh, it didn't show? All right, shoot. I wonder why it does that. Let me try one more time. See, it looks like it's showing on my end. Can y'all see it? Deb, can you see it? Okay, good. Now you can see it. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. I'm sorry. But here you go. This is what I'm knitting in the cobweb. These are the pictures on the project page on Ravelry. Anyway, I haven't got very far. So I might have to hop off for just a second and go get a different set of needles. That might help. These seem like really big needles for this tiny yarn, which I've just now put a knot in. There we go. You do love my sister. Yes, I do. I love all of my sisters. I have wonderful sisters. One of whom is an excellent crocheter. Becca crocheted that cactus behind my head there. Another of whom is expecting another little niece or nephew in the new year. And then my sister-in-law, Heidi, is super precious also. I love them all. Okay. Let's try this again. I'm almost wondering if I should do like a toe up cast on. You know, like I wonder if that would be easier. I don't know if it would mess with the roundness of it. Yeah, I don't know if it would be easier to crochet one. Right now, crochet is still not easy for me. I'd still rather knit in terms of something complicated, like that crocheted block I showed y'all at the beginning. It took me all day yesterday to do because I kept having to start over. It's just a matter of practice. I'm sure it'll get better, but I can do it, and that is good. But I'm going to pick up something that just looks hard from the get-go. I'd still rather knit it. All right, let's just keep our fingers on everything here. Well, this is by far going to be the most intricate thing I've ever attempted. But I think, once you get going at it, I imagine it'll be easier. Okay. We're off to a good start this time. I am definitely thinking I should have used. I do have some shorter double points, and I probably should have grabbed the shorter ones. But Okay, guys. It is cast on. You can't tell, but it's on. Okay. Woo. Let's see here. Now. Woo, y'all, I think I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. This is the most talking, believe it or not, that I have done in 3 days because I have been very quiet Saving my voice for today. All right, what am I supposed to do after I cast them on? Knit front and back all the way around. Okay. Woo! Yeah, it calls for 3s, which seems kind of big, but I guess that's how you're getting the big airy quadruple knots. Man, that's some tiny, that's like smaller than a toothpick, I think. Theoretically, I'm going to try to do 25 rounds. We'll see how it goes. I feel like I need a magnifying glass, y'all. Like one of those big ones from the 90s that you put in front of your face. It's like on the stand. Okay. I almost have the first stitch done, y'all. All right, there we go. 1 stitch done. All right, I can do this, y'all. I can do this. I feel like somebody needs to hum the Jeopardy music for me. Come on. Oh my goodness. Nope, that's the end of that. We're going to try that again. I dropped a bunch of stuff. Woo! There went my needle too. Okay. Oh, how cute. You're going to make tiny socks for earrings. I lost my needle, y'all. I'm going to go dive down and get it. Actually, we're going to take a tiny intermission. I'm going to go get my shorter double points, and I'll be right back. Whew. I'm going to start taking this off. It's hot. Okay. It's there. Okay. All right. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm back. I know not everybody can hang out like all day with me. You guys feel free to pop in and out as needed. Let's try this tiny thing again on shorter needles. These are my 5 inches, but I also have 4 inches. Y'all pardon me while I take a bite of my lunch. Still sitting over here. And then I have a napkin over here that I'm going to wipe my hands on. All right, let's try that cast on again. Third time's the charm, right? I now have shorter D pins and extra eyes. Okay. Let's try that again. You know what? I usually use the Elizabeth Zimmerman way of beginning my cast on without the slip knot. Oops, I just broke it. But I think I'm actually might help if I go ahead and use a slip knot for my long tail cast on. I think that might make it a little more stable. So I'm going to try that. I need a little bit longer of a long tail. Okay. Mark made black-eyed peas and ham for New Year's. And he also made smoked cheese. That is yummy sounding. A lot of times we do that, but because we've all been sick, we really didn't. Nobody's been able or ready to be up cooking much. My grandmother did bring us over some ham yesterday, but we've already eaten all of that. All right, y'all. Third time's the charm. I really feel confident this will go easier once I get going. Ooh, chicken pot pie and buttermilk cornbread sounds good too. Anybody having sauerkraut in that, like another New Year's Day traditional kind of thing? All right. It says to begin by just going straight into the increases, but I may just knit around once to give it a little stability. Then starting on the row one. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference in this teeny tiny yarn. I can hardly call it yarn. Oh, here we go. I almost think it would be easier on smaller needles. Oh, all right, y'all. I think this is good. Okay, cast it on. Let's see if I can get through the first 25 rows without losing my mind. Anybody have any knit challenges or crochet challenges for themselves this year that they want to learn to do? I'm definitely planning on improving my crochet skills with my crochet blanket of knowledge. And apparently, I'm going to knit this crazy shawl to challenge my knit skills. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I needed one of those magnifying lights. I don't have one, but my reading my readers on has helped actually quite a lot. I just don't like to wear 2 pairs of glasses at the same time. But one does what one must. Hopefully, I don't get anything twisted. I'm a little bit concerned I have something twisted. There we go. Oh, I've dropped a stitch. Ha! All right, we'll try that again. Ah, Deb, you're going to work on color work. Well, if you're going to take that class, that'll be a great way to work on that goal. All right. New goal for this shawl is just to get it cast on. Provisional crochet cast on. I don't have any other yarn to do that with. Do I have? I guess I could literally use thread. I swear it's about the same. Well, my thread's actually a tiny bit thinner. See, Deb's going to work on color work. Oh, the rusty bucket is here in Lindale. You're going to have to wait till I'm well, Cooley. But I will go to the rusty bucket with you. Where are you seeing it? Is it like on Facebook? All right, let's try that again. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do a actual. That worked better. Let's see. Mom says she's planning to use the leftovers from her Expression Fiber Arts Mystery Knit Along 2024 and Crochet the Longevity Sweater by I Need It Crochet, pattern on Ravelry. Oh, yeah, she told me about that. That is a really cool sweater, too. Very pretty. I am not brave enough yet to try crocheting a whole sweater. Melissa's going to knit a sweater and socks. And Cooley's letting us locals know where the rusty bucket is. Cooley is the master thrifter and finder of all things. If you need something, you tell her, she will find it for you. Yeah, the Random Emporium is fun. Okay. Here I am casting the same thing on again. See if I can make it without messing it up or breaking my cobwebby thread here. Ugh. Nope. Okay. Guys, it's just I might have to skip this cast on until I can do something different. I'm trying to remember how to do the magic cast on because I think that might be easier that you use for toe up socks. I haven't done it in a while. See if I can remember how to do that. Two. See, I haven't done it in a while. I bet you this will be easier. How to do it. There we go. Yep. It's been too long since I did it. I'm going to have to look it up. Ooh, Deb, do you have a picture you can send me? And I'll show it. Deb is doing a blanket of knowledge, but she's making it like a vest or a coat instead of a blanket. If she sends me a picture, I'll show it to y'all. It's a really good idea. I cannot remember how to do this. You need to go get a dresser for Damon? Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to do this toe up sock cast on because I think it will be easier. It's been so long since I did it. I'm having a hard time remembering. I know I hold. Anybody else find they have a hard time remembering things? Even though I've done it like a bajillion times, I haven't done it recently, so I can't seem to remember how. Let's see. I know I go. Oh, ha, ha. Finally, there it came. Ha! I remembered. Cool. Antonia, me, I can't remember anything. You can remember some things. All right. Let's try doing it this way and see if that works better to get started.
They are clean, dude.
Let's see. I think I have to wind this like that. That's 10 more steps in my direction. You're just trying to age me just as quick as you can, girl. Well, I probably deserve it. Here we go. Yeah, you twist it that way. Okay, okay. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
I have no clue why that is there.
Because y'all put dishes in there, that noodles.
Thriftaholic. What's the nice way of saying you're a thriftaholic? That you're a finder? I like calling you a finder. You find things that people need. Hey, y'all, I think I got this figured out. This cast on is a lot easier to work with in this tiny yard, in this tiny beginning. Think we might have found a winner. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way through 25 rows of this one today. I might just call success, success, and move on to the last cast on. I really appreciate all you guys hanging out with me. But I'm sure y'all all have other things to do today besides watch me struggle with thread. Plus, we've been on for almost 2 hours. I can't believe it's been that long already. The one I liked is already gone. Oh, the dresser you liked is already gone. I'm sorry, Cooley. All right, y'all. Judy's Magic Cast On for the win here. We'll have to quit. Avoid housework eventually. Bye, Evie. See you later. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this first row on this and then cast on my last thing, and then we'll call it a day. I did at least find a cast on that worked for it eventually. All right. There. I cast it on. I did one row. We're going to call that good for now. Bye, Mom. So there we go. I'm going to do my last cast on now, which is actually a chain on. And then we will hang out again next month, folks, on a, will probably not be a live. It'll probably just be a regular episode. Uh-oh, what did I do with my hook? I don't think it's here. It's not. Okay, well, I forgot. I didn't wind this into a ball either. So I got to go wind this. And it's been almost 3 hours. So, or 2 hours, excuse me. It's almost 3. So I tell you what, folks, this has been way fun. Thank you all for joining me on my first ever live. Check out the channel later in the month, and I will have the State of the Knitter address up for you guys, hopefully in the next week or so. Happy New Year. Good luck with all of your projects. I've really enjoyed hanging out with you guys today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Where's the silk?